Hey, this is Lora O'Brien from the Ogham Academy, and I'm here to answer the frequently asked question: did the Druids use Ogham? Before we get started, I just want you to know you can get a free gift from us right now, a downloadable PDF guide to Ogham, which shows you the Ogham letters, their names, and a basic divinatory meaning or interpretation for each one. So you can go to ogham.academy/guide. That's ogham.academy/guide, and get your own copy. And again, it's completely free and very easy to use. It is just a cheat sheet guide, basically. And there's a link below the video to make it even easier. So when it comes to the use of Ogham in the practice of magic, there is much speculation but very little concrete evidence. However, there is an intriguing quote from a medieval text called the Ogham Nenechus, or the Scholar's Primer, which states, "The knowledge and sight of letters is a way for revealing knowledge." And what this referred to was fis in the Irish, or wisdom, that kind of knowledge, knowledge which illuminates, basically. So Ogham is an alphabet, first and foremost, and I don't want people to get confused about that. It is a writing system that consists originally of 20 letters. But did the Druids use Ogham for more than just writing? As we saw in Ogham Nenechus, it is possible that the knowledge of the letters can reveal a deeper wisdom. And in my own personal practice, I certainly believe this to be true. The Druids, as we know it, were known for seeking and revealing knowledge. It was kind of their thing. And throughout history, alphabets and written languages have been believed to hold immense power and have been used in various cultures for divination, for spells, for rituals. And this was especially the case with writing systems that were less than the mundane, more esoteric by nature. Nobody was using the Ogham to write shopping lists or leave instructions for their husband. You know, it wasn't used in the everyday in that way. It wasn't that kind of an alphabet or writing system. So the Ogham alphabet would probably be no exception to this kind of global phenomenon of a magic or occult use of a writing system, and was possibly used more towards the magical than the mundane. And even in the examples that we have, there are definitely examples through mythological texts such as the Tombo Cúlne of the Ogham being used for magic and spellcraft. But as these were recorded much later, we do need to take those examples with a bit of a pinch of salt. People of the early Gaelic culture in Ireland who created the alphabet to record the sounds of their language did place emphasis on the power and magic of words and sound. As far as we know, the priesthood and learned section of their society, known collectively as Druids, although their special skills and roles would have varied significantly within their numbers, everything from brehon judges to doctors and physicians to obviously priests and magic users. But the Druids have been associated with magic and spirituality for centuries, so it is plausible that the Ogham was used as a tool for casting spells and for divination. But unfortunately, and I know it's not what people want to hear, but there is no solid evidence to confirm that. Much as it pains me to admit it, believe me. The Ogham alphabet had these 20 letters, each represented by a different symbol or character, and the letters would have been carved onto natural materials such as stone and were usually read from bottom to top, following the main stem line or central edge um, from the bottom to the top, and then if it crossed over, it would have been from the left to the right and down the other side. But usually it was just straight up, bottom to top. And it has been suggested by some that the Ogham was used as a cipher or a code or a secret language or a hand language, or something that could hide messages or spells. But again, we cannot say this for certain in academic terms. The Ogham also features a unique system. Well, I'm not sure if it's unique worldwide, but it's certainly interesting. A system of grouping the letters called acme. And each group represents a different set of letters. There are 4 sets of 5 letters within that original 20-letter alphabet. And each of the letters, but also each of the acme, has its own characteristics and energy. And the acme system could have been used for divination or as a tool to invoke specific energies or entities. And indeed, in modern practice, it certainly is, along with the individual letters having their own characteristics. So you can find a bit more information on divination with the Ogham at the blog at ogham.academy. So despite the lack of really solid evidence, the idea of Ogham as a magical tool cannot be entirely dismissed. Many experts in the field of Ogham studies have taken the quote from Ora Kepnenegus, for example, or the multiple references to spells and magic through the manuscript texts that we do have available to us as an indication, at least, that the Ogham was used for more than just writing and recording names, as is the archaeological evidence today. Even in the recording of the names on Ogham stones, they were usually found at boundaries or for grave markers, possibly, or as memorial stones. And even that could have had a magical context. I mean, we don't know for sure. So while there's no definitive proof, and I do want to just underline that there is no definitive proof, the Ogham Academy, myself and our students at the Ogham Academy tend to believe that it is likely that the Druids did use the Ogham for magical and divinatory practices, and we continue to use this today right alongside our scholarly studies. But ultimately, it is up to each individual to make up their own mind about the use of Ogham in magic, or whether the Druids used Ogham. And, do plenty of research, read the original texts. We have book recommendations, we have resources, we have all sorts at the Ogham Academy. So regardless of its use in magic, Ogham remains an important part of Irish history and culture, and a fascinating subject for study. So whether you're interested in the history, or in language in general, or in the potential magical applications of Ogham, there is a wealth of information to discover and explore, and you'll find plenty of trustworthy resources for this on our website at ogham.academy. And again, that is ogham.academy. So with further research, who knows what secrets the Ogham alphabet may yet reveal. And just before you go, a quick reminder, you can get your free gift from us now, which is a downloadable PDF guide to the Ogham. It's a couple of pages, it's printable, you can look at it on screen or you can print it out. There's even space for you to write your own little notes in it. And it's just a really useful tool to have. It shows you the Ogham letters, their names, and gives a basic meaning or interpretation for each one. So go to ogham.academy/guide to get your copy. Again, it's completely free, very easy to use, and there's a link below the video to make it even easier. Thank you very much for your time and your attention today. Slán go fóill, and I will see you in the next video.